Hello guys, this is how we built this tracker. For example, this is a construction project where we can have this tracker where we check if an activity has been started or in progress or completed. At the end of this video, we will see how we can do this. For example, you are ensuring the readiness of a project, so you can make a checklist or a tracker where you can come and check the progress and ensure that you are on track of that project. So you can see I can choose whether, for example, this site cleaning and the preparation has been completed or in progress. But the main purpose is how do we construct this? So guys, let me first, we are going to clean this and then start over so that we get very well every single step. Let me remove all conditions here and clear this column. Boom. So we've got this page here and we want to create our checklist or our tracker by using data validation. This is a conditional formatting. So what you do, you can come here and do right click and go down here to this drop down. After clicking drop down, here we have, it appears like here. So I first come here and select apply to the range. This is data validation rules I am using. I can apply. We can see here we are on D3 and I want my range to come down to this D12. What I do is I put my range D12 like this. You can see it is this sheet 1, as you see here. It is from D3 up to D12, from here up to here. So when I click here like this, you can see we have different options here where we can put some information. So I want to have different status. Then here you can choose. The criteria is this drop down. We can have that criteria, but our choice is this drop down. So option 1, you can choose, for example, it is the choice for when the activity is not started. You type not started. Sorry. And you can also check and choose the color. I can say if not started, I have to put this color. It's an example. Or I can choose this one. Then the option 2 can be this, can be in progress, when the activity is in progress. Okay, in progress. In progress, here you come, for example, let us choose if the activity is in progress, we have to assign this color, for example. Then you can add other rules. You click here on this add item. As you can see, I can click add item, add item, add item, and I can even come and delete those items. As you can see, you can come and delete them. I add another item and I call it completed. This is to mark when the activity is completed. Okay. Then we can choose this beautiful green color, green, to show, to represent this word completed in this color. We can also put another item, add another item. For example, when there is a blocker and the activity is at risk of not being completed, maybe on time or whatever, you can come and put at risk. at risk, and choose, let us put it in the red color because there is a risk, then it has to be in a red color. Okay, then as you see, we can choose as much as we want depending on what kind of tasks or status that we want to track. Then once you have set everything here, the color and those options, you click here on done. Boom. When you come here, wow, I can see this site clearing and preparation. For example, it may be in progress, for example, and this site surveying and setting out can be, for example, not started. For example, we can choose whatever we want depending on what we are doing. We can choose this not started. So guys, this is how to do it. I can, for example, choose these are not started because these activities are in the chronological order, but as you can see, if I want, I can choose even completed, but there's no possible installation is going to be completed before these parts, so let us put not started like this. So I can also make another tracker here of who are the responsible people. This is exactly the same thing. What you do here, you can see we have, this was the rule number 1. We can click here on add rule. This add rule, you click on add rule. Because we are clicking on the add rule, and you can see the information is here in the first law E3. You can put the range up to E12 also, from this E3 down and down to this E12. Then when you click here outside of this box of range, automatically they are going to be applied here in the columns. What is next? You do exactly the same thing. Maybe we want the first person to be John, will be responsible, and you can put John in a specific color. We can say maybe Jack. We can put maybe Jack in this color. We can put another person here. For example, we can choose Peter to be another person who is responsible and put in this color. We can also choose Anna to be also responsible and put in this color, and then you click done. Good. Maybe Anna will be responsible for this, and here we've got Jack, and here we've got John, and we've got here Peter, and we've got here Anna again, we've got here Jack, like this, like this, like this. So once you are done, then you can schedule and maybe share this Google Sheet to the responsible people, and then you will come and maybe ask them and then update whether the task is completed, whether the task is in progress, or the task is at risk, whatever you want. So guys, thank you very much. I hope this video was helpful. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit like and share the video and leave a comment. Thank you very much. Leave a comment.